All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I know a lot of you are sending me emails and so forth and texts on, you made all this money, blah, blah, blah. We knew the market was going lower because the support broke, blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's great. All right. The name of the game in trading is making money. But here's the thing, every day is a new day. And once you think you know what you're doing, and once you think you're smarter than the market, it's all over. You might as well just send your check to charity because that's when you're not going to, that's when you're going to start losing money, right? And people ask me like, dude, how do you make all these great market calls? And it's like, I don't. I just show people what the markets are saying. And here's the thing: even if you know which way the market is going, that doesn't mean you're going to make money because the biggest problem people have is psychology. Trading is 100% psychology. Forget like all these systems and news, blah, blah, blah. It's easy to look at a chart and be like, hey, look at this, man. I said NVDA was going to go down and I was right. Yay, me. Well, let's just say I had some money on NVIDIA and I don't. Full disclosure, I'm not in the markets right now. We're not going to talk about it, but there's just a lot of drama going on in my family. And it's another lesson. If your mind, if you don't have the right mindset and your head is in the game, don't force it. It's okay to be on the sidelines. And I've been doing this long enough that I know that, so I don't care. Once things get back together, there are going to be plenty of other opportunities. And people are asking me like, does this have to do with the election? Does this have to do with Biden and potentially former president, God forbid, future president Kamala Harris? Although she can't be worse than Biden. I mean, no one could be. She'd probably be a fresh breath air. But anyway, I have no freaking idea. I think that markets go up and markets go down. The market has been on a long, extended move higher, and it's going down. It's like, forget about the news. Stop listening to what the news tells you. Listen to what the market tells you, and let's see what the market is saying now. Okay, so here is the market. All right, so let's pretend. We're not going to pretend it. So here's NVIDIA, right? Second biggest stock in the market. Broke important support. Support here, support here. We get this support as former support levels because we always talk about seller's remorse. People sell and they regret doing so. It goes up. They say they're going to buy if it gets back to their price. People have like sent me emails like, how did you know NVIDIA is going to break support? I didn't know. I didn't know. I just said it was kind of likely because a lot of times when you get what we call here lower highs, if you get lower highs and you get to a support level, there's a good chance, not a guaranteed chance, that the support is going to break. You can even argue that this is another lower high here. A lower high is, ooh, man, big ass fly just flew in front of me here. It's kind of weird, man. We had this it was like the friggin' Amityville horror, man. I went into our kitchen last night and there's flies everywhere and it's never happened before. And, I got out the raid and I got a bunch of them. But I asked my wife, I'm like, where the hell are all these flies coming from? And apparently my daughter's boyfriend brought over a bouquet of flowers that was infested or something. I mean, I don't know if he did it on purpose, but if he did, he's going to have to reckon with an angry father. Just kidding, everybody. Anyway, let's get back to this here. So lower highs, right? As time is going by, if the highs form at lower levels, we call that, appropriately enough, a lower high. Why does a lower high happen? Well, as time is going by, the sellers are getting more aggressive. They're willing to sell at lower prices. All right. The buyers are chilling. The buyers are hanging out. The sellers are getting more and more aggressive. Aggressive sellers can place in buyers. Bam, sets the stage for the move lower. It's not a classic pattern here on this chart, but it's the same principle. If you look at the descending triangle, it's basically a flat support level where buyers are chill and descending highs where sellers are getting more aggressive, right? That's what a descending triangle pattern shows. All right, let's look at Apple. All right, so here's something to key in right here. I mean, NVIDIA is breaking, or I would say it's broken. Apple could be like the final straw on the camel's back. If this breaks, forget it. I mean, I'm not saying forget it. It's not like the world's coming in, but there's going to be some good trading ideas on the downside. So Microsoft breaking, NVDA breaking, Apple is like, if this breaks, there's going to be some good ideas on the downside. All right, let's just look at a couple of quick other things here before I go. Financial sector. Wow, there's some pretty serious action there. Now look at this. This could be the same thing that we saw in Microsoft, right? We get to a level that was resistance and it becomes support. There's probably a good chance that this consolidates for a few days. If it blows right through this level, that's when it's like, all right, get your guns and bottled water and move into the woods. But it's probably going to bounce a little bit. So let's just think about this. If Microsoft is breaking down, NVIDIA is breaking down, Apple's kind of holding, XLF, the financial sector is kind of holding, but if it starts to break down and Apple breaks down at the same time, and we'll just go look at the financial sector here. I mean, sorry, the healthcare sector. So healthcare is holding us up. Now, here's kind of my thought, and I don't really talk about politics, which is not true because I talk about politics all the time. But I think that we have to start thinking about, like, if, I don't know how to say her name. It's either Kamala or, people tell me I'm racist because I say it wrong. Well, no one tells me. They say that on, these progressives, but Vice President Harris, DEI, which means whatever. I'm going to, whatever. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, so healthcare is holding up. So financials look weak, tech looks weak. Healthcare is the only thing that's holding up the market. So, all right. Anyway, everybody, make sure you check back tomorrow morning. There are trading ideas galore here. All right. It's like I was saying a few days ago, being on the short side. And, I'm glad a lot of you guys made money. You could always send me like a friggin' check or, a tip, gold. I accept gold coins. I don't accept Bitcoin yet, but if you're going to send me enough money, I'll figure out how to. All right, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot.